Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Gold Silver report for the 31st of May, and just starting on the monthly chart here for this. So just to give a bit of an indication that we've had in terms of the pattern, we're looking for a classic trading levels pattern. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then an ABC correction. So at the moment within this pattern, we're probably around here somewhere. So we're still looking for the first high above the level, which will be in 2,100, 200 and 300, will be in that zone there within group 1 here. So this is the arrival, the reaction, and the first high above the level, which normally tops out within group 1 here. Of course, we want to be above this little high here for this. So that means we'll be probably 2.2, 2.3. It may even go a bit higher. If it finds a tested support on top of 300, a nice classic trading levels pattern, and tested support on 300, well, then it will go to 500. And if it gets that tested support on the 300, that means that it's going to leave this number here. But if it doesn't get that tested support on here, then it's going to be pulled back into this, and we'll have a correction in this space. It's as simple as that, because we're counting this 5 waves up through here for that, and currently we're counting 5 waves up here. So we need to estimate how to get 5 waves to roughly 2.2 here to be fair, so to speak. So on the daily chart, just drilling into the things with that, let's just get this into perspective a little bit. So as I mentioned before, this box here, this is the 50-60% retracement level area. So the 50 and the 61.8%. So you would have to expect the market to travel sideways in that space. And I think that having this wave, blue wave 3 and blue wave 4 across this level would be, feels about right, you know. So from this low here, we've got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and looking at all of this as the third wave here, and the fourth and the fifth, and then we've got this fourth wave here. So that would be good, because this feels about right, this count, you know, because then we'll have wave 4 and then wave 5 coming up in here somewhere, making a high above here. So that 5-wave structure is good. Now the other point is, it's possible to use this one over here as wave 1 and 2 as well, but we don't need to go there just yet, and that will become apparent at the top of the trend. Unfortunately, we'll work that out. It will become apparent. But yeah, look, we're out of this trend channel here. We're cruising along. We have gold positions. We have gold positions all the way along through here for all of this. We'll be looking to add further on top of support after wave 4 here. We'll look to add some more, and we'll be targeting sort of up around the 2.2 for all of this. So the count so far, the better count that I've got is this one here. So that's looking at, well, wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And from blue wave 2 here, we're going up to blue wave 3 here. That's not quite finished just yet. So a bit of an extension. The only problem I have with all of this is this little area through here for this. So that can be sitting there for that. Because here we can count 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 here for the third. So somewhere in this little mess here, we've got the fourth wave here. We could have it as a triangle. We could drop it under this low of this point here as well, but probably the right one to go here. This could probably go over here now for this. Yeah. So anyway, it's just going to get a bit messy in here. I'm not sure the best way to view this, but I just want to allow it to mature. And as I just mentioned, that this space here is the 50 and the 60% retracement level. So and then having these wave 4s here, it's just highly likely that we're going to be traveling sideways through here, and it's going to get messy. So I'm not really going to worry too much about the wave count and getting it, you know, spot on, because there's no point. On our conservative previous count also, where we're putting trades as well, so down maybe even back further. I'm not sure. Let me just check on this here for a moment. Yeah, so here we had our first trade. We added here. We've been bringing the stop up. We've got positions in through here, bringing the stop up. So we've got the stop sitting here now. So we've covered most of our positions. We've got a position here as well. And we can look to add over here as well. Now don't worry about this count too much because it's not the right count. That's going to be, we've just seen that that's going to be up here somewhere, this one and this one. So we need to contend with this in another way. So I should just put those up there as well. They're too close to this current top here. So we're really working with this top here. So that's going to go up here. There's going to be another fourth wave here somewhere. So this all will have to be extended. So we'll be coming up here somewhere for this and this. But not to worry too much about this at the moment. So anyway, I'll sort that out. I'll bring it in line with the other count. But yeah, for this one, just about the positions and the stops. So we've done all the right things. We waited for the first impulse wave, then we moved in on the second little impulse wave of the second one. So we did all the right things there. We didn't add up on top of wave one here. We waited for this to move here, and then we moved into wave three. We did all the right things, and we've moved the stop up here. So everything's looking pretty rosy at the moment. But as I mentioned, this space in here is the 50-60% retracement level area in here somewhere. So that's going to create this market being sort of pinned to this 1900 here. We're going to see moves above the level, and we're going to see moves below the level at all of this. This is the other interesting thing here. We're in this trend channel. So from the low here to this low, we've got our first trend channel line, and then over here we've got our second here, which I've just put on the top there. So we're really running across the top. So it's quite bullish. It's not like it's on the bottom of the trend line over here and being oversold. It's staying in the overbought mode, but just keeps moving sideways to keep sort of staying above on that side of it. So it is bullish, and people know that and see it, and it's reflecting that in the price. So maybe we won't spend as long as I think that we will here, but I really just wanted to harp on about it to prepare people's mind for it so they didn't get too frustrated, you know. So yeah, there we are. Let's have a check on silver. Silver. Okay, so let's just bring in a bit more data here as well. So same thing with silver as well. I've got a couple of counts here. This one will do the trick though, but I could lift it up 1 degree of structure, but 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 here, and then going up for wave 3 here for this. And then we're looking for wave 4 here, some sort of ABC pattern in here. Don't need 2 of those there, but yeah, so in this case we're heading up to blue wave 3 here somewhere, and then there'll be this corrective move here for this. This may take us, it would be nice if this wave 3 actually got to the 3000. That would be very nice, because then we could use it as part of the classic trading levels pattern. So we'll just see how that plays out. I'm not even sure if wave 4's finished yet. So we noted last time we spoke that we had 3 waves here. So that means that we'd have to look at this as the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave down here. But this has moved up. I can see that we got 5 waves in this move. I can see that this is corrective, and then we've got this move here. So I was wondering if this move up here was just this B wave, was just the A wave, and then we have a B wave here, and then we have a C wave up here for this. For a B wave up there, and then we come down for the C wave. There's something a bit fishy going on here with this. It's not really going to affect us at all, I have to say. We can go along there because it's above the 61.8% mark. But we just need to prepare that there could be, it'd be nice if we just went straight up through here, and this could be counted as the A wave, the B wave. Hard to get the C wave out of here, I have to say. It doesn't fit very well. So anyway, a little conundrum here, but once that's sort of resolved, it may pop down, it may move up here and then pop down through here, but just hold on to that and then move up from that point. It's going to vibrate across this level here, in line with gold being at that 50-60% retracement level. But all in all, this market's looking on the bullish side. I did have another count for this, but I don't think that's the case, where we've got to look at everything, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for one here, and then coming back for wave 2 here. But it doesn't seem to be wanting to drop into that. So anyway, just have to be mindful of that. It'd be horrible for that to occur and then be unaware of a possible count that could take us to that space there. But I can see the market really wants to stick to the $28 mark here. So it's an important level. So from 2,000 to 3,000, we've got the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and that's why 8 is so important. I call it a profit-taking number. So yeah, it's like the third strongest number after 5, and it's doing everything that it should be doing really here. But in terms of going long, you have to ask yourself, is this what's the closest largest number? And in this case, it's 28. And then you have to ask yourself, well, is that support or resistance? Because if I buy it under resistance, yes, I can make more money, but I'm also exposed to more risk. So if I bought it when it was sitting as support, then I'd be in a safer position, because if it's going to fail, it's going to fail from here rather than tested support. So that's what we're looking for at the moment. So normally we would go long above here, and then we'll drop it down to here, and then we would look for a better position with a little classic trading levels pattern sitting in here somewhere, looking for the first high above the level here, and then looking for it to move up so we can move into it over here even on the second high or the top high here for that matter. But we're not up there yet. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't given us the full setup here yet. So we just got to be a little bit careful. Wave A here and wave C should have some sort of relationship. This wave C here hasn't even taken out the low of wave A here. So that's a problem. Or could we count this as the ABC pattern here and then this up for 5? It's very difficult to get 5 waves out of that. It's more like 3 waves. So it's a little bit of a tricky thing. Like I mentioned before, we could come up to here and then we could come down to here and then go up here. But whatever happens, do not get shaken out of the trade. So do not overtrade. Have a positions in here that you can accommodate in terms of that exposure, because to make money out of this, you look at the 28 here. Yeah, we really need to accommodate this minor group 2 here. So 28, 2650 and 2720 here. We could also go into a smaller subgroup up here, but we'll stay with the minor levels here. So yeah, no, it's looking really bullish and positive because it's sitting on top of 72 here. That's been tested, and it doesn't want to come back down and test it. So that's really sitting inside a group 2 is a very positive thing. But what I normally find as well is when a market has got support on 25, the medium level here, then it's always pretty much we're going to get to this level, the next major level, but the 28 just gets in the way a little bit, and then we can break it down using these guys here. We can keep breaking the levels prices down to understand where our resistance is going to be. But yeah, that's the skeleton from getting from 2,000 to 3,000 is just 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8 here, and then we can add group 2 and so on. But to see group 2 here, the 72, 27, 20 in this case, finally become the support, because that's where the support is, that's a very positive thing. So once we get support on 80, it should move straight up from that point. So going long above those. So we'll go back to our hourly chart and just rehash that. Yeah, that's in there. So you may be able to get a better position from here. We'll see how that looks. It could still drop from here. That could be down for 1 here, and A, B, C for 2 here, and down for 3, 4, and 5. So that's possible. So just be mindful of that. But the setup is sitting on top of that level. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. It's enough waffling on. So thanks for putting up with me. Cheers.